everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Bass Talk with Freekbass. I'm Freekbass. I'm here every Wednesday night live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time over at the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Freekbass. If you're here, you know it. And we are now over at YouTube as well, youtube.com/the channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up if you're digging what you're seeing. And we are also over at Twitter too. So I'm here in this it's Thanksgiving week, and every time that we discuss something new, a new lesson or a new pedal or effect or whatever I'm talking about, I always start the show with just a little playing example, and then we kind of break that down. And this week, tonight's talk is to talk about confidence and playing. And I can't emphasize how important of a thing is having confidence in your playing and while you're playing and while you're writing lines too. It's almost the most important part of playing music, in my opinion. And yes, technique is very important. Is very important. And knowing what notes to play and having good gear and all that kind of stuff. But if you are playing whatever you're playing, not just bass, but any style of or any instrument or any style of music, confidence is the main thing. And if going back to what I was talking about the bass line I was playing when I started, it was one note. I played E the entire time, okay? It was just here. I'll do it again. Here we go. Just different versions of E. All I'm playing is E the entire time. Now, we're not going to get into the technique of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. We'll talk about that in future episodes, and there's tons of episodes. Even last week, we talked extensively about slap bass playing, which is what I'm essentially doing in this. But what I wanted to emphasize about this week and for you is just have confidence in everything you play. Now, there's many ways you can get to that point of confidence. Now, I think probably most overall, it's your thinking and the way that you approach what you're playing. Don't feel hesitant about what you're playing. Like if, me, I was playing an E the entire time. If I would have been playing that with like, oh, I don't know, I should be putting some more notes in, or I should be showing them more of my technique, what I can do, or let me throw in a fill every 2 seconds to show them how good I am. Like, it would have changed the whole vibe of what I was playing. And it's because I just was very confident in playing E, just that one note, that whole entire time. And so whatever style of music you play, whether you play rock, you play thrash metal, you play, funk, hip hop, country, it doesn't matter. We always joke about, as bass players, a little inside joke about the bass line for Running with the Devil by Van Halen. And it's literally... Okay, right? You'd be like, oh my gosh, it's one note. It's an open E the whole time. But it works. And if I play that and I didn't even say what I was playing, I bet 90% of you would have been like, oh, you're playing the bass line to Running with the Devil. As simple as it is, one open string note. It's the fact how he played it. Michael Anthony played it with such authority. And if he would have been playing it, like... we might not be talking about it today, but he's just grinding in on the... And you can just hear that, the drum kicking in, right? So, and there's physical things you can do to get that confidence too, of course. Practicing as much as possible. If you're getting ready to play a show, or you're getting ready to do a recital, or you're getting ready to record something for the first time with someone in the studio, prepare as much as possible. Don't I almost say over prepare. There'll be lines that I'll play that I'm like, oh, I know how to play that line. That's simple to play. But I will still play that line over and over, practice that line over to where literally I could close my eyes and fall asleep and wake up, and then someone put a bass in my hands and I could play that line like that. So you want to be that prepared, because especially when you start playing in front of other people, then all of a sudden all that adrenaline starts kicking in, and and then those nerves start kicking in, and all those things that you thought you like could do in your sleep, they might be a little more challenging. So if you're very prepared, that won't even be an issue. So that's part of the reason, that's part of the way, and a big part of the way you get the confidence. But going back to the way that I started off this video tonight, I really think so much of it is mental, and it's just having, you're doing something that no one else can do. You are the only person that can play that bass line or whatever instrument you play or sing this way. No one else can do it. And always remember that, like, you're going to play you like you. And if you're playing with someone, and if someone wants to play with you, or they're hiring you to play, be on their session or to be in their band, or you're just going online, maybe doing a live stream, there's no one else like that can like do it like you. There's literally, I could play the same line, the exact same. You could come up with any bass line, no matter how simple or how complicated, and it's going to sound exactly like you, no one else. And if I tried to even imitate what you were doing, yeah, I might be able to pick up the notes that you're playing, but it's not going to sound like you, because there's only one you, and that's the best part. So you just, like, if you realize that, like, oh, I don't know, this is such a simple line, or, maybe I should put some more notes in, or maybe it's a very complicated line, and like maybe I'm being like, oh, maybe this is too complicated. Whatever you choose to do, that just be confident in what you're doing, and that you will, other musicians and the people watching you and listening to you, they're going to feel that confidence. And that's a big thing. Is like, music is like escapism for so many people, other musicians, and especially people that are just music fans. They want to escape from their daily lives. And then if they're watching you play, or listening to you play, they're looking for you for that escapism, and they want that. They don't want to feel like, that the person they're listening to is unsure of themselves. They want to feel like they can get in your boat and in your journey, and they'll take that journey with you. And if you have the confidence, they'll ride anywhere in the world or anywhere in the universe with you. And so, just always remember that. And don't ever think of a line being too simple, too busy, whatever it is. Just practice it as much as you can. Play it to where you feel like you could play it better than anybody else, or no one like you can do. That's a better way to put it. Like, no one else but you can do. Practice with a metronome and some kind of timekeeping device. You want to make sure your timing is strong as possible. That's one way to always have good confidence. One thing, I'll tell you a quick story before we get off here. I started off as a drummer. And in one of my first sessions as a drummer, when I went there, I was playing, I could do all kinds of cool little fills and do all kinds of stuff. So the guy that was producing the session said, it was a simple song, like the bass, or the pattern was like doon doon ka, something like that, right? Very simple, right? So one of the first things you learn when you play drums. But I would go, doon doon ka. And I put fills in no matter where I any little space I could fill it in there. Producer said, no, I don't want any fills there. I just want you to play the beat. I'm like, oh, well, I can do that, of course. And I kept throwing things in, and my mind was like for me just to play the straight beat got inside of my head. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do those little fills to kind of make me feel like I'm playing everything in pocket the right way. So what I did, I went home, put a drum machine on, tapped in, boom, boom, clack, boom, boom, clack, boom, boom, clack. And for hours and hours and hours, I would just, I wonder if I can, whoop, that's the one here, like this, here. I think it's on this one. I just put that in. The We Will Rock You beat. And I let that loop, and I literally just sat there with my drums, boom, boom, played right along with it for hours. And I'm not exaggerating. It was probably at least good 2 hours that I played right along with that. And I got it to where I couldn't even hear the drum machine anymore. I was so locked in with that that I was like, and that gave me, that preparation gave me the confidence to be able to go to the next session and from moving forward. And all that technique and all that confidence and that way I got there translated over when I started playing bass too. I started thinking of like, let's keep it simple and keep it just like that. So that's what I'm here on this Thanksgiving week. First off, give thanks to everything, I'm super blessed to have people like you always showing up each week, and I thank you so much. And we live in an amazing world. It's a crazy time we're all living in, but we all have each other, and we have music, and we have bass guitars. And if you just play that bass line or the bass guitar or whatever instrument or however you sing with confidence, I'm telling you, that's the number one ingredient to succeed and be happy yourself. Succeed, whatever success is to you, whether that's playing in front of 1 million people, or that's playing at home, writing songs, or live streaming, or whatever you want to do with your life. But you just want to do that. And again, it doesn't have to be complicated. Just like I showed you on this bass line, the way we started. Let's do it again. Whoop, here we go. Again, one note. And that's it, really. I mean, that is the key. So just try to, when you're playing this week, try to think of that. Try to, if you're playing a line and you're like, it's just not sounding like I want it to. Well, try just playing it, try a little heavier, maybe a little softer, a little shorter, make the notes a little shorter. But most of all, and most importantly, play it with confidence. Play it even if you are just sitting at home by yourself, think of yourself in front of 10,000 people playing this note, and everybody's like, and you're just, and everybody's losing it. Okay, so that's it. So thank you all so much. Have an amazing week. Make sure you join me this Thursday night at 9 p.m. Thanksgiving night. I'm going to be over at Twitch, and you can see a lot of that stuff happening live in front of your eyes. That's twitch.tv/freekbass. Please come over there. It's an amazing time. We have such an amazing community starting to develop over there. I really hope you can make it. And then Saturday Night Chit Chat this week is actually on Sunday this week. We have Sunday at 8 p.m. this week. We're an hour earlier because Saturday I'm playing Friday in Cincinnati at Ludlow Garage. Live show, crazy, right? And then Saturday night we are at the Woodlands Tavern in Columbus, Ohio. So I hope to see you also at a show too. But everybody have an amazing week, and I'll see you, if nothing else, next week, Wednesday night, 9